And that's good on that side, and then we'll work some in the distance here. But again, they're further away, so they're not going to be nearly as pronounced. Lighter than our trees that are in here, but a little bit darker than our background mountains. Light right there for us. Again, we said those hills back there weren't actually mountains. They were a series of trees. So we can get a soft suggestion of some greenery on them. But again, we don't want them to be too bright. So let's just see what happens here. That's reading a little bit, but it's just a little too evenly. It's sort of the same value as the shadow. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to bring it up a little bit brighter. And if instead of using the phthalo green, which is a very powerful green, if I introduce the ultramarine blue in there, and actually we can probably play around with a little bit of that phthalo turquoise, I can now get that's sort of the number I want. Alright, so sort of our light source is coming from here. This is going to be the hottest spot probably on that, and that's just going to taper off. Some highlights, and then we're going to do the same thing here. Just going to follow this one down, bring it up. This kind of dissipates on that side, and then get some of that spring color in those hills, and still holding our shadow areas. Right? It's a very close. Those values are pretty close, and we'll do one more on this side. Now, we don't want to get too predictable, so maybe this one has a little range right here that comes down. I think I'm going to put a few rocks in my foreground. Yeah, there. I'll take some black, a little bit of purple, might even add some red, and phthalo green in there. Really get them to look rich, right? So, maybe I have, and there's some coming right off this path. Bottom of this, we can take some of that dark that we have and really get this rich. We can pull it up there. This is sort of just some trees and twigs and whatnot into that shadow area. You can get this at most art supply stores. It's called a color shaper. It's sort of like a color eraser, right? So I'm going to get in here, and I'm just going to, it's not going to help me much actually in this situation, but it gives me a chance to pull off some of the paint that's in there. Just going to start with some straight up red, a little touch of orange on there. tweak these a little bit. Then we'll just take in with some blue, a little purple. Just the roof. And now I want to just go in and get some highlights on those rocks. So just take some combination of colors that we have here. Some purple and maybe some orange. And just get a nice little highlight going on this. Red in the mix, and then the same with these guys. Just gonna get just a feeling of light on that. Doesn't have to be. They're not gonna shine. It just the rocks. So just want to get by taking brown to make it a little brown. If I take a little red and orange, introduce a little purple into that. You can get a lot of different ranges of browns, so just want to get a little bit messy out there. You can introduce some lights in here too. So we'll get some simple shapes in there as well. So we'll take a little bit of yellow. I have some orange on my brush. So we'll just go in here. What I like to do is get what I call the hot spot where that light is going to probably hit that the hardest. And again, you don't want to make it where it's just a big, massive light. You want to hold on to a lot of that shadow. So maybe I'll come in with a touch of that green and yellow and get a little bit of a warmer light. So we'll just go in there and come back in a bit, and maybe we'll work our tree shapes in. Okay, welcome back. When we were gone, I did a couple of things. I lightened up the path, a little bit more color coming forward, and a little gray down as we go back here in the distance. I tightened up the barn a little bit. It was a little sloppy, so I just put a couple of dots in for a window and a door in the front. I also lightened up that back. I got a little bit of the ochre paint, and I put that into some white and a touch of green, and just lighten up that background.